Hello, everyone. I guess it's a topic that's like doesn't resonate with everyone, and I will try to make it like as light as and as fun as possible. But generally speaking, regulations are coming to the space. So it's also a good thing because the space has been recognized, but it's also something that projects and protocols will have to start dealing with, whether going fully decentralized or whether considering doing some level of compliance and better understanding what regulations will apply to them. I think like the less the regulations, the faster the industry moves, but moving fast sometimes break things. And just a couple of examples of like regulations I'm talking about that's already known. So Estonia introduced the VASP rules, the EU, the MICA rules. India introduced the tax on crypto. China completely banned crypto. And the White House under Biden is like pushing to come up with some regulations to look at the industry from one way or another. Let's see how that goes well. But why is it happening? So there has been a couple of hacks. As some of you might have been there, some of you have watched it, read about on Twitter, or actually lost money. There has been rug pulls, there has been interesting ICOs promising everything. And in the eyes of regulations, there is just so much volatility where people who are not used to seeing 30–40% drops in one day might lose a lot of money. And so compliance and regulations are not always about like limiting industries, it's also about protecting, whether that's protecting them or protecting the users. It's always a question, because let's not forget that the biggest whales in the game are the banks, and they control a lot of this topic. They have an inherent interest to not go and disappear, and what all of you are doing is actually potentially can make them disappear. So they are very important, and we have to understand that and not just say that, oh, banks shouldn't exist. I'm pretty sure everyone in this room has a bank account. So crypto came a long way. On the corridor, I've been talking with people that those who have been in the space for very long, there are just so many new faces. But 3 years ago, everyone wanted to have a bigger crypto. Now crypto is bigger, so we have a lot more new faces. But because that, we actually have a lot more interest in crypto, and a lot of different players are looking at it from their perspective. But crypto has more than just a couple of thousand Bitcoins, a couple of 100,000 of tokens, and a couple of millions of NFTs. Because crypto is not just money. And crypto, or Web3 as you want to say it, is like a crazy thing that we are all building. Everyone has their own agenda, have their own interest, whether that's positive for the community or a very personal interest. Everyone is very passionate about crypto. And this passion is really driving our industry to move very quickly, test, fail, and improve, because it's all happening in the open, so we can learn from each other. So mistakes are often only done once. And we have achieved a lot of things, like incentive design or token engineering, or this term of working with incentives beyond advertisement didn't exist 10 years ago. The concept of zero knowledge proof did exist, but with the money that's going around for ICOs, sometimes the money actually find the developers who are working on amazing things, like zero knowledge proofs that just immensely can improve privacy. It's getting better. There are projects that are pushing the boundaries of what's possible, but it would be impossible without the money in crypto. And most importantly, we are building friendships that's global, that doesn't see anymore the borders, that may not see regulations, but that create these immense communities that for the past year has been gathering under DAOs. And this sort of community effort is really what makes crypto a unique industry, because instead of like competition, there is really a lot of collaboration going on, because everyone understands that building in the open is much faster if we do it together than if we do it parallel to each other. And crypto is just everything. If you look around the room, I'm pretty sure you already know the people around you, but like everyone has their own thing, and it's crazy. On the other hand, crypto is risky. It is extremely complex, and the further down you go the rabbit hole, the more you understand that you don't understand it. And crypto comes with a lot of loss. I'm pretty sure everyone has lost money in their room. Maybe those who are watching not that much, but I'm pretty sure that those who are in the room and attending Eat Denver in person has gone through some serious losses, or even lost money because they got rug pulled. So, like, what we are doing and why I really want to talk about compliance, because we have to collaborate. The big difference between a fintech and a crypto project when it comes to compliance, that you can launch a fintech in one country. You need to meet with one regulations. Then you extend to another country, and you can build up your compliance mechanism to another country. In crypto, when you launch a product and you try to be compliant, maybe not today, but in 2 years, we will see a lot of regulations. You will have to be compliant on a global scale because your users will come from everywhere. And that's something that a small project won't be able to deal alone. It will have to collaborate with other projects because it is very complex, and it's not going to get less complex, and AML will be there, anti-money laundering. So regulations are not so bad. What they do is that they open the doors for those people who might be more risk averse, who might be not yet a degen, who might only heard about crypto or yield farming or staking, but they never dare to try it because high transaction fees, all the negative stance that are around the industry. But if there are regulations, then a lot more players in the regulated industries will be able to enter crypto and bring their users. So either we wait for the regulations and be surprised that our industry, our segment of the industry in our country gets regulated, or we go ahead, just like big tech did, and start to self-regulate and show the industry, or show the regulator, sorry, that we can do it. And we can do it better because we understand what needs to be done. We understand that not everything Web2 kind of regulations could apply. And we can build tools and solutions that actually protect our users, protect our community, but it enables the next billion people to take the pill and get into crypto. So the project I'm working on is called KYC DAO, and we are aiming to bring on-chain KYC a reality. I know KYC is a term that doesn't have the most positive aspect in the world, so we will try to make it very simple. And I don't ask you to do KYC on the wallet you use every day. I don't ask you to do it on your second wallet. I ask you to make a new wallet and make a KYC on it, because if there will be gated services that try to be compliant, you might want to participate in it. Also, you might be paying taxes, so you can just do that. But it's something that can meet the regulatory requirements, as anti-money laundering and KYC will be part of the puzzle one way or another. So what we are building is basically a solution where you can mint yourself a non-transferable NFT or a soulbound NFT that proves that you are verified. It will be a multi-chain solution, so you can pick your chains that you prefer to use these on. You can mint it on multiple chains. And what the NFT will actually contain is just really basic information of what level of verification you have passed, when it will expire, and whether it's valid or not. You will be able to mint these on multiple chains, and the goal is to make it as native as possible and as easy to scale as possible. So you can use a second wallet, a third wallet, or your primary wallet, or all three, because you will be able to connect multiple wallets and mint the same NFTs across them. The point of this is that it's a permissionless system. You own your verification, you can go everywhere, and you can just avail, technically it's attached to your blockchain address, that you are verified and services can just consume this verification. And as long as they trust our processes and compliance mechanism, they will be able to just onboard you to a service that they can start consider compliant. Or they can use it for proof of humanity or like a number of other cases. It's reusable, and you can just build on it. So a couple of ideas like what we are looking at, where it could be used is sort of the DAOs, building just communities where everyone is a human. There are no bots to vote for certain topics. Interestingly, you will be probably able to build compliant DeFi products, even though that's a little bit more complex, but we are working towards it. On and off ramps, I don't know how many of you actually used an on-ramp instead of a centralized service, but you do need to do a KYC very often. So if you can bring your own KYC, you could just make that much simpler and smoother. Therefore, a lot more people with bank card could join certain services. We have heard of the fraud that's going on in the NFT space, where free minting has generated immense amount of IP issues. Whether it's a good thing or not, Disney and the others are definitely not happy about it, and they can force these companies enabling your NFT trading to reconsider how they do it. And you can trust founders. You don't need to know who is the founder, but they can just show you that they did a verification, so they can't really just disappear into the abyss with your funds. So therefore, like, the idea is just to make compliant build possible, easy, and as crypto-native as we can think of. And basically, today, we launched our website. So if anyone is interested to get in touch with us or join the waitlist to get the first verification, then you can go to kycdao.xyz and you can register. If you have an idea for a project, I'm also very available here or on Discord to talk about it. If you want to argue whether it's a good idea or not, I'm also here. If you want to argue about the idea whether verifiable credentials or NFTs are the solution, I'm also here. I worked for the Decentralized Identity Foundation for the past, so I have good idea about. And generally, like, I'm not advocating that compliance have to come. I'm saying that it's coming. Like, and either we do it together, or small project will face tremendous amount of problems when trying to be compliant. That would have been my presentation. So go to the website, and I'm open for questions because I do think I still have some time.